This is not gonna be long. I'm gonna read the chapter. I don't have anybody with me today. I'm gonna read the chapter. I think I stabilized the stream. I have to go back to 720 though, so I have to figure something out. But um, I gotta figure out. I gotta either change my encoder, figure out a preset that works better because I was able to record and do things. You guys saw the other streams before that I was doing, and I was in 1080p and I was using this camera and it didn't give me any troubles. I don't think it's a Wi-Fi related issue, but anywho, my apologies for the delay. My apologies for the what should I call it? Sorry, let me pull a chapter up and then we'll start. One Piece chapter 1067, Punk Records. Okay. Oh, fucking ads. Only thing I don't like about reading on my phone. Punk Records, Germa Double Six, Cold Blooded Voyage, Volume 24. They're still going. I forgot. Who are you again? Judge versus Caesar. Oh, they're both like scientists, right? So they can like link up. They could like link up and do something dope. Let's see. All right, so we got Bonnie here. Most curious head. What happened to your head? It used to be massive. It used to be like a massive light bulb. It was getting a tad too long, so I cut it. Oh wow. Okay. I mean, we're right about that. I think the prevailing thought that he split it up in between all of his little clones. So we're not talking about hair here. As I recall, I was almost as tall. Wait, what? As I recall, I was as tall as a giant when I met you. Oh, they're referring to his head size. I might have to move this because I don't. Sorry, I'm just messing with my settings because I got the same damn thing pop up again, and I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting you, OBS. I got nothing left today, bro. Got nothing left in me. Give me a break, please. Okay. Um, where the fuck was I? Why does it keep fucking jumping around? That's why I hate reading shit on my phone, man. As I recall, I was almost as tall as a giant when I met you. I heard rumors about it being big, but it was like an air balloon. That's because I ate the ouch. Wait, Japanese, he gets tongue tied trying to say trying to say the name Nomi Nomi Nomi. So that it actually sounds a lot better in Japanese. That's pretty cool. So brain fruit would be Nomi 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 because if I remember correctly, for these types of fruits, more often than not, the fruit is a like you repeat the Japanese sound effect for the devil fruit in question. No, so like isn't Pika Pika really like kind of like sparkle sparkle hour bright? You know what I'm saying? I think it's something like that, but maybe no me maybe. But I'm like, what sound does brain have? Like, is there a is there a brain wave? Like, I don't know if I get that, but um. Okay, so he ate a devil fruit. So I thought he was just really smart, but I guess he ate a devil fruit. So that's interesting. Um, Pardon me a bit my tongue. I meant to say that I'm a brainy human because I ate the brain fruit allows me to memorize an unlimited amount of knowledge and makes my brain grow in size accordingly. Having unlimited data bank is handy for an absolute genius like me. Okay, so he is incredibly intelligent, but this allows him to like there's nothing he'll forget. Okay, so it's probably okay, that's fair. I need to send the word out. Give me a sec. Come on, hurry the fuck up. I don't have time for this computer. I'm tired, bro. Like, I'm tired. I'm not in the mood. Fuck. Okay. And now I have the largest brain in the world and it continues to grow. That's awesome. Have you got tons of medical knowledge, Dr. Vegapunk? Naturally. Whoa. Does that mean you're dumb now, old guy, because your brain is out? Because you cut your brain out? Don't write off a genius, you rascal. You see this apple right here? It's an antenna. Take a gander at the top of the island. Notice how it says Punk Records under the giant egg. That's the hangar where I keep my brain. Oh, okay. What? Isn't that way too big? I should have probably tweeted this out. Not that this is a small stream, so it doesn't really matter. But tweet it out. Still, did you put it somewhere else? She's up antenna. So wait, is that too big? There's no harm in being away from my antenna. There's no harm with me being away from it since my antenna can pick up brain waves. So it was like the internet, making Wi-Fi. Is that how Wi-Fi works? I don't know. I don't know technology. I don't know why I'm acting like I know. You met a little girl earlier who called herself Vegapunk, right? That's one of my clones. There are six on the island. You're a ninja. Each one is a facet of myself and an expert in their own key field of study. You'd get my full personality if you combine them, but they can get six times the work done apart. So you got Wrath, Atlas, Flair, Edison, Logic, Shaka, Evil, Lilith, Wisdom, Pythagoras, and Desire is York. What the? Each of them connects to the punk records once a day to synchronize all our memories and knowledge. Since their dispositions and responsibilities are so different, the wealth of the experience is that much greater. Okay, all right. Luffy's lost as fuck. You all share the same brain. The sage of six nerds. I like that. I actually like that. I find it difficult to wrap my head around that. Just think of it as sharing the same library. If I could only let everyone in the world connect to my brain, I don't know if you want that. Because it's not just your knowledge; it's your memory. What if you do some weird shit? All of humanity would have access to my knowledge, and people would. I mean, I'd use that shit for evil. Then if the population of the world went on to update punk records themselves, it created information that surpassed what my brain can accomplish alone. Humanity would share one mind. This nigga's making the internet. Is this not the internet? Isn't the internet just really a database comprised of all human knowledge and blah blah blah? Whether it's good knowledge, bad knowledge, the good information, bad information. It's kind of like the internet, right? This would be some weird One Piece equivalent if they don't already have that secretly, or if an ancient kingdom hasn't already done that. So I'd be able to study medicine from all over the world naturally. Woo, Chopper go. I actually was all things considered. Like Chopper is asking him and picking his brain, and he's fanboying. But I thought I really wanted Chopper and him to really like talk about some medical science. I was actually really looking forward to that. I hope they could dive into that a bit more. But if you let everyone share their conflicting ideologies, wouldn't all that bias lead to trouble? You are sharp one night of the sea, but science would never progress if you spent all day worrying about stuff like that. Pepe, pepe, pepe. That's your problem, Vegapunk. You shrug off sacrifices in the name of progress. That's why my dad's been turned to a heartless weapon. Oh, brother. Wow, stop it, Bomby. That beam saber is defective. Give it a rest. I know it cuts well enough. I tested it earlier, turned my dad back to normal. If you even think about saying now, don't be hasty, Bonnie. Killing him would make you a lot of enemies. Hit the off switch, Bonnie. That beam attracts a ludicrous amount of bugs. What? Huh? Yeah, yeah. Wait, what am I looking at? I see crackle, crackle like there's thunder. Are the electric bugs or something? And of course, she's scared of bugs. Check it out, Bonnie. A Kabutobushi. Rhinoceros beetles. Always, bro. Japan, they love these beetles. A giant stag beetle. This isn't time for beetles. Look at her. She fainted. Who cares, man? Let her faint. She's fucking useless. That makes perfect sense. Of course, Bonnie wants me dead. It's ironic that one of my many failures saved me. Speaking of which, you guys were recently in Wano, correct? You would have happened to know whether a dragon like Kaido really appeared there, or they're still trying to make Bonnie a thing. I guess I like Bonnie's not like I don't like dislike her like that, but like Bonnie is not like a person of interest to me in that level. That could change, I guess, because I guess there's a Sakazuki stuff, and I guess her connection to Kuma, so he can build that intrigue. But because I would have argued this, no, but I kind of liked the mafia gimmick that Capone had, but I would argue that I didn't really care about Capone like that either until Whole Cake kind of had him show his ass a little bit. Oh, you're talking about Momo. I suppose he ate the defective fruit I left at Punk Hazard. Defective? What do you mean? It was an artificial devil fruit I synthesized. I made it 20 after 20 years of research on Kaido's lineage factor. It cost countless resources, but I couldn't quite get it right. Oh, so that's why he's the same as Kaido. But it worked out just fine. He can still spit fire and he's super strong. He's a guardian deity of Wano now. You really made that awesome. And his color? Pink. Drat, you see? I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew this. I've said this before. I didn't think it was be the color. So I think someone else might have said the color. But I knew the fruit worked. It's not a defective fruit, but I knew he was going to consider it a failure because he was probably going to be a perfectionist. Oh, it was going to be something stupid like dragons really have 1,000,006 scales, but Momo only had 1,000,004. I thought of something stupid like that, or like, don't you see that this horn is 2 centimeters shorter than Kaido's horn? I fucking saw that shit coming. So the fruit worked. So he can make Zoan devil fruits if he studies the lineage factor from scratch. Interesting. And no, I'm not done reading Trapped yet. I only cared about Hawkins. I should have known Oda would never seen it. Just me and you both, bro. I get it. He's a genius and a perspective. What's wrong with that? What about this robot? You made it too, right, old man? Make it move. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This is the legendary Iron Giant, that attacked the Holy Land of Marijwas about 200 years ago. Interesting. 200 years? Yes, but it was built over 900 years ago. What? No way. Its objective remains unknown. I heard it ran out of power before it can cause any casualties. Either way, I'm sure the scientists of the time were absolutely flabbergasted. Such advanced technology would have seemed totally alien to them. None of them could tell where it came from or what it was trying to do. It seems the world government ordered its destruction, but the scientists of the time couldn't help their curiosity. That's why they hid. It's a good thing Jinbei's here, because Jinbei's the only person. Well, no, Chopper, I guess, but Jinbei's the only person with sense who can kind of absorb this, even though obviously this is not his field of expertise. He's got like enough critical thinking skills and a baseline level of intelligence that he's not going to be lost in any particular conversation to that degree. That's why they hid it here to be passed down without the world government's knowledge. Good job finding this place from the town. The entrance should look like a wall. We just stumbled here since we were all old and senile. Yeah, we were plain old lost. Oh, that's a shame. 200 years ago, that's around the time the fishman rights movement started to gain ground. So you're saying that that robot climbed the red line? Most likely. I created Vega Force Zero One based on what I learned from it. Interesting, but I lack the scientific prowess to reverse engineer every aspect of it. It's difficult to believe that this mechanicized soldier was made over 100 years ago. There's something even you couldn't recreate. You too, Frankie. Frankie could be picking his brain too, in my opinion, man. But you know what? I don't know if Vegapunk. Not still because anyways, it's power source. In the past, they had a source that would upend our modern ideas of what's possible. At any rate, it's good to know Luffy. They're okay. Who's that girl though? That's Jewelry Body. She's a pirate. I thought the one we saw before was a little girl. And the way Vegapunk's head works is crazy. I truly did a terrible thing to Bonnie. Yeah, you should get down on your knees and beg her to forgive you, old man. Young dolt, like you know anything about it. There's something I have to give to her. Okay. Regardless, I feel like fate brought you here today, Straw Hat Luffy. Can you please take me away from Egghead? Though to save his life, I guess. Okay. Something. This is Cipher Poll. We're requesting entry to Egghead Port. What poorly trained pets? Reports indicate that Julie Bonnie was spotted making her way here too. That pest keeps slipping away from us, so she's running from CP0 specifically. Hold on. Shout out to my nigga Hattori. Look at Look at Hattori, dog. He is so fucking clean. That is the goat pigeon. That is my bird. Look at him. He got the overcoat on the shoulders, on the wings. He got the top hat. He got the tie on. Yo, he is the cleanest member, bro. She served her purpose. Let's just terminate her on sight. Shaka, there's a government ship. It'd be bad if they found us harboring pirates. What does CP0 want with us, and why did they bring Rob Lucci? I say we just hand this riffraff over. After all, that Lucci fellow is an assassin, right? What, Rob Lucci? Hurry up and give our legs back. No, that guy's. Well, it's not me and Usopp saying it. It's fine, because I don't think that Oda Oda's gonna have to do two things here. Let me finish the chapter before I get into this because I'm gonna give myself a headache. Don't worry, Robin Chan. I'll protect you no matter how many times he comes back. Bet. Tell them to hand over to Seraphim and leave. We're declining their request to dock. I doubt agents of the world government will respond well to that, so prepare for a battle. Kamabaka Kingdom. Dragon San. Kuma's acting weird. Kuma San, we're trying to repair you. Kuma San? What's wrong? Is he still be. Oh, is he trying to save Bonnie or something? Kuma, where are you going? You're no. He's running. He's not talking, though. You're still not yourself. What's with him? I don't know. Huff, 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 huff. Come back, Kuma San. Oh, Dragon's yelling. Have I seen Dragon yell before? Is this the most emotion we've seen from Dragon? Talk to us, Kuma. Where do you want to go so bad? Hold on. If he's trying to teleport himself to Egghead, Dragon Luffy meeting Vegapunk, that's not happening, bro. Stay with us. We are not done fighting. The revolutionary army is just getting started. I don't know if a Vankov sounds like that in English, but the thing I was gonna say about CP0 and Rob Lucci, I guess specifically, is Oda's gonna have to do one or two things. He's gonna have to kind of artificially boost the power of Rob Lucci to such a degree that he can contend with Luffy and Co. But that's good. I think that would be a very, very bad mistake, and that would leave a bad taste in the mouths of a lot of One Piece fans, me included. Not that I'm particularly focused on power scaling, but I'm not trying to have a bunch of Kaido level characters just come, rolling around now that Luffy's this strong. I'm not. That's not moving me. I don't want the off-screen Toriyama hand job where now Krillin's in the tournament of power and Roshi's dodging Jiren. I'm not trying to see that nonsense, bro. The CP0 dude's not moving me. Kaku losing extreme diff to Helmeppo. Kaku's mask I didn't like, by the way. Well, the beard part was interesting, but I hope that he doesn't lie with that. It's not gonna move me. I'm gonna have to suspend so much belief to be like, oh, Lucci and Rob and Luffy are throwing hands evenly. Like, I'm gonna have to suspend a lot of my belief to take that. I can't deal with that right now. Lucci has never once moved me. This don't do nothing for me. I'm just waiting for my nigga Smoking to come through though. I'm not a Lucci guy either. My favorite CP9 members in these lobbies was always Kaku and Kumadori. They were my favorites. I never really liked Lucci. I've always said that I think Lucci serves his purpose. He's just kind of he's literally a government attack dog, you know with a proponent to kill. He likes to assassinate, dark justice, blah blah blah. Like, he served his purpose, and he serves his purpose in that arc. So I understand him, but I never found him fun or interesting. So, like, it was hard for me to like him. He's one of the more like meh antagonists in One Piece to me, but I get why people like him. I think I get it, but he's not interesting. I like Haku just because he's hilarious, especially when he has to fight against Zoro. The rest of them are pretty mid to me. No, I like Kumadori because Kumadori also was the reason that I understand Kabuki stuff. Kabuki stuff was cool, and we was like I actually like literally thought it was pretty funny. Chapapas, whatever. Jabra, I don't really have any like strong opinions on in either way. And Caulifla looks bad. She a bad bitch, so you can dig it. Relax on the white blow merchant. No, I mean, we smoker gang up here, man. Lucci had the cat dog mythical zone while along. I'm not trying to see that. What's up, Omar? Beyond that guy. What do you think of the chapter, by the way? Nah, I came in late. I just finished it, honestly. So I was just commenting on CP Zero's involvement. Um, I don't have any strong opinions in any direction. If I'm being quite honest with you. I truly find this kind of Vegapunk meeting in a lot of ways to be a little overwhelming. Maybe it's because I waited too long, so maybe that's a personal thing. Maybe Oda couldn't have done anything about that because he waited so long. Um, I do think that him having his brain be like a humongous archive and database that he can. I almost feel like he's like trying to make the internet almost with his brain with a center. If Oda's actually not a coward, what he could do here is if Kuma can sense somehow that Bonnie's in danger because CP0 popped up or something, what if Dragon and or Kuma uses his ability to teleport them to Egghead or towards Egghead? But I do recall them having to fly through the sky for like 3 days and 3 nights. I don't know if Kuma can like do something about that. I don't even know how sentient he really is. Um, is that programming in his cyborg circuitry that's causing him to run towards him, or is it his connection with his daughter? Like I'm not entirely. Is it a bit of both? I'm not entirely sure. I would respect Lucci if he immediately retreats when he hears Luffy's there, or avoid them. If they came in, I think it'd be kind of cool even if they came in on some stealth shit. You know, try to kidnap Vegapunk or Bonnie without anyone noticing. I failed that Vegapunk for some reason ain't hitting for me, but I don't dislike him. Yeah, I don't dislike him. It's hard to say. It's not like oh this is garbage, it's trash, but it's just like Vegapunk is something I've been waiting easily like 14 years to see. I don't know if that could ever have truly lived up to that hype, you know. So, but maybe it's his fault for not having him do something pretty cool at least once earlier. I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know. I saw people earlier saying that the Kuma dashing like that was some sort of parallel to the robot they was talking about earlier in the chapter. Oh, you mean the one that attacked Marishwa? I don't. I'm not. I'm not seeing it. You gotta give me some more details. I'm not seeing that. I don't get that. But yeah. Again though, if Dragon, Kuma, Vegapunk, Luffy stuff can all connect and kind of converge, I would like that. I don't think it's too early for Luffy and Dragon to formally meet like this. I think this is a good time to meet. I guess the problem is if you bring Kuma and Dragon here too, it's just like, okay, now they're here, plus the Straw Hats, plus Luffy, Jinbei, Zoro, Luffy. I think I said Luffy twice, but and Sanji. CP0 can't do nothing. You know, they can't do anything. So I'm telling y'all, Hibari, Hamapo fighting CP0. They not seeing they're not seeing the Straw Hats. Well, with Prince Gruss is coming through. He about to go crazy. That's funny. And then we still have to deal with the stuff with Sabo. But yeah, this chapter was whatever, man. It was fine. Like I don't have any issues with explaining. I do think One Piece is getting a little long winded. Honestly, it's getting cluttered and overly verbose for my liking. They're talking way too much. In a weird way, my favorite part of the chapter is Luffy calling him dumb and the contrast of like the genius and the dumbass Luffy. And Jinbei like being able to follow the conversation is probably my favorite part, all things considered. Well, Meppo going out against Kaku is something I need to see. I would dig it. I'm telling need that agenda for the agenda. That'd be cool. Cause they're here looking for Kobe or whatever, and we have to see what's. I wouldn't mind a cut. I actually would like to know what Kid is doing. Are you guys a believer that Kid is looking for is going to Elbaf and he's looking for Saul? A lot of people were saying because Saul has like the O'Hara records and stuff, and he's the next clue to find the final island because of that. And he would be the man with the flame scars because after being defrosted and the island got blown up, he would have been heavily burned from the aftermath of the cannon fire and things of that nature from O'Hara. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's something that I saw, and I guess it's not nonsensical to me. But I don't remember if it said that he was scarred by flames or had a flame scar. So I'm not entirely sure. Some people saying Saul was the man with the flame scar, but that didn't click for me until I heard someone else saying it. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that either myself. I think Viz said marked by flames. Kid probably meeting Shanks. Which one of them are which one of them are coming back with no arm with no arms now? Kid or Shanks? I think no. Wait, no. Did they say that? Wasn't they say, wasn't what are they talking? Well, no, it was Luffy though. It was Bartholomew who was Mess with the territories. Oh, Kawhi's playing. Miss Kawhi. You hooping? How many points you got? Reggie Jackson going crazy though. But yeah, what do you guys? What did you guys think? I thought, honestly, this is a probably like, we're going on break. This chapter was like not that hype, so I'm like, I don't really care that it's on break. Like I could wait 2 weeks. Like I'm alright. But I can't lie to you. The stuff that I don't dislike Egghead so far, but I liked when we were like doing the Crocodile and Mihawk and Blackbeard and Boa and Blackbeard and Law stuff. Like I kind of really want more of that, if I'm being honest. I'm so starved for a good fucking One Piece fight or some good action or consistent action, fluid action. Reggie, shoot that. Shank said he was going to deal with Barto. See, that's what I remember too, right? That's Luffy. Captain was cool. No strong opinion, like you said. I don't know if anyone else reacted. What's the community saying? Are they like, "Oh, it's the greatest chapter of all time"? Oda, please blow my ass, or like, are they like, "Oh, it's the worst chapter ever"? You know, One Piece be so polarizing. It's either the best. Every day is gold. 10 out of 10. You said you didn't read. I have no thoughts. Fair enough, man. It's too late for me. I can't escape this. I'm here until the end. There's nowhere for me to run. There's nowhere for me to go. But oh, I said this in the Kubera video. I'll just say this again. I've made 2 videos already, and I'm kind of looking to make the other ones with some other people. So like, I have a series, a little mini series of like, maybe I'll say probably 8, 10 videos max, and I'm calling it things Oda cannot mess up when it's pertaining to the end of One Piece. So the first one I did was about Monkey D. Dragon, why he can't mess him up, because basically the case that I'm making is that if Oda screws these things up or it's not fulfilling, even the most diehard One Piece fans will turn against him or turn against the series, so to speak. So the first one I did was Monkey D. Dragon, probably dropping next week. I think I'm gonna drop that Hawkins video tomorrow. Um, the downfall of Hawkins. Um, so I want to do Mihawk versus Zoro having to deliver, and I was thinking probably get Dritz because Dritz is a Mihawk guy, but for Zoro, I was thinking who should I get for the Zoro to have that conversation because I'll make that a discussion. So if you have anybody in mind, let me know. Tweet at me, hit me up in Discord. I saw you guys panicking because you think Twitter is gonna die or something. So Twitter is not important. I literally don't care if it lives or dies. So just let me know. Hawkins video masterclass incoming. Not really. I kind of just talk for 10 minutes of why I'm disappointed with his kind of character arc, so to speak. And I think I basically make the case that he's wasted potential and Oda didn't utilize him well. But also I guess somewhat admitting that my expectations may have been high because he was the supernova I took the greatest liking to on Sabaody initially. So, but let me know what you guys think. When we return, Oda got to get back to the law fight. I would like that honestly, because I was surprised we got as much as we did, and I'm thinking that he hit Law with a Kurozu, and maybe hit him with a quake, a quake punch. Because I think people forget how fucking strong Blackbeard is, because he almost broke Ace's neck with a single karate chop. You could also you could also factor in that as a Logia, Ace had become unaccustomed to getting hit for a while, so don't downplay that variable. But I just think it's time for Oda to stop being so conservative and reserved with all the moving parts of One Piece. We're in the end game. We're almost 1,070 chapters in, man. Let all the cool niggas come and showcase their powers. Start dropping their reveals. I'm not here to play tickle butt anymore. This is not moving me at the end of the series. There comes a point where you have to lift the fucking veil. And all this little, ooh, I have to give Bonnie a thing. The man flame, but the flame scar is not fucking moving me. It's actually incredibly annoying. Actually, you're right. I don't know if Dritz still reads it, but Dritz could still comment on the fact that if Zoro versus Mihawk is not good, it's not good for the series. I think he could still have that conversation though. I've been in an abusive relation for 5 years. You've been here for 15. You shackled for life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've been here for what? Yeah, what was so what? If I started about 11, 12, and I'm 29 today, do the math. I can't do math. Yeah, the way we cut away from the fight, I'm pretty sure Law getting stomped out right now. Yeah, Blackbeard's strength is still crazy. I think he hits Luffy crazy hard too, and Luffy was kind of fucked up by it. Yeah, and also Luffy when he threw Luffy into the ground though, that was probably the first time in a long time Luffy took what I would call like traditional human damage because it negated his Gomu Gomu ability to the point where like Crocodile was like, "What?" But he's rubber. That didn't make any like Crocodile's like, "I fought this nigga. Like I know that's not supposed to happen when you throw him on the ground." So there's that too. Dragon's backstory should include something like Luffy versus Usopp for him. I'm saying that because Luffy was acting like Dragon after that fight. You think so? You think? Do you mean in the sense that Dragon Chef has to fought with somebody very close to him? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Hold on. Dragon's backstory should include something Luffy versus Usopp. For him, yeah. So I'm saying okay. I I don't know. There's a lot of prevailing theories about Dragon being a revolution, a marine, or I think I kind of like the idea of him more being a cipher pole agent kind of thing, But is it gotta intertwine with Garp and some world government atrocities around the world. I also think he's a good person because he's kind of diametrically opposed to like what the Gorosei and Emu would like to maybe see that he ran into one of the Gorosei before or maybe a previous one. I don't know if it's because obviously I don't know if those guys live forever. How long has the Gorosei been a thing? Are they replaced? Are they voted in? Is it like Emu something like? There's so much moving parts, bro. Is Zoro Smith gonna be in a novel later adapted by Boichi? I'm not gonna read that fucking fuck ass shit. There's so many theories for Dragon's Pass. I think people are going to be supporting whatever we actually get. Not me. I think as long as I find that it's sensible and reasonable, I'll be okay. But I understand what you're saying. Like most people, no matter what, not be satisfied. Come on, PG, you gotta put that in, brother. Get about the Kawhi nigga. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people thinking he was a previous admiral or CP0 agent, like you said. But starting, I see CP0. CP0. I don't think he'd be a CP0 agent. I'd be shocked if he was ever a CP0 agent because I don't think you think maybe at some point Dragon saw the nobles and stuff as something, and then he saw what they were really about, and that's what kind of red pilled him. And he's like, no, nah, this can't continue. Because I could see it being a Cipher Pol like 9 agent, CP9, working with like the world government itself. But I don't know if I see him ever because especially with the way Garp was like, I'm not being an admiral because the what did he call the Statue of Dragons? When Stelly was like, I want to be a CD. He's like, you want to be a scumbag? He's like, oh, whoops, shouldn't have said that. Like, I'm pretty sure Dragon has held and retained such a similar position too. When Luffy has literally punched the shit out of some, feel like the Monkey family is not fucking with the Celestial Dragons. In my opinion, I don't think they're messing with them. I don't think they like them. That's just my opinion, though. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about I honestly in a weird I'm still gonna talk about it because it matters to me personally. But I was gonna say all blue. I probably should get Jay and Pat because they're Sanji fans. Talk about the all blue, like it should deliver and be essential and whatnot. But I can see like I can see that not being too important. Um, another character that I this one's personal for me, but I really think that I think if Teach is not like one of the three best antagonists in One Piece by the end of things, I think he failed. I think he wasted him. I think the amount of potential that Teach has to be the best villain in One Piece, and that's better than Imu or Sakazuki. I really think he has. I think he has an ability. I've always thought that, by the way, and this is coming from a Crocodile fan. I think he could. I think he could be better than Crocodile. I really do. He's done some. He's done a couple of weird things recently. I'm not too much a fan of, but I kind of just want Blackbeard season to just start right now. I think Teaching Dragon should be top five, unbeatable by the end of it, and I would like that. But you never know. You never know with this older guy. Cause like the thing that I appreciated about Teach for a long time, and you guys can tell me if you agree with this. Like, I'll go into my little soliloquy here. Is I thought that in an interesting abbreviated montage type fashion, if you will, we still got to see dragons rise to power and prominence. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's a celestial dragon because of his name and because Oda confirmed Grappa's connection with the dragons. Also, apparently, dragons' secret he's ashamed of and the subordinates knew they wouldn't care, would care that secret be such dragon will make sense. So Luffy is technically a celestial dragon then, if he's Dragon's real son. Because apparently this is a thing that I've been hearing now that Garp, Dragon, and Luffy are not related. I've been hearing this a lot, but let me not forget what I'm talking. I'll come back to that. I'll circle back. Um, yeah. So we saw Teach's adventure a little bit. So first time we kind of see Teach, he's on what Jaya. You know, oh you won that. You won that. You know, a man's dreams, blah blah yada yada. Just cherry pie was disgusting, yada 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 yada. And then when they were talking shit outside, he fucking stomped the fuck out of him. He's like, "Hey yo, Luffy, you didn't know your bounty? It went up, baby. I'm about to capture you." Remember, this is when he was like zero. He killed Thatch, got the yami yami no mi, and he cut. So he's on the run from the Whitebeard pirate, so to speak, because Ace is on his ass. During that time, or perhaps before, but I think that I don't think he had a crew before that. I think that he found, I guess, Lafitte, Jesus Burgess, Doc Q, Van Auger. Are those his original four? Doc Q, Van Auger, Burgess, and Lafitte, the mime guy. So that's his first four. Whatever, goes after Luffy, blah blah, goes after Ace, and instead, after the fact, hard fight, captures Ace, becomes a Shichibukai. We see him pull up the Impel Down, and the whole time we're seeing this, he's taking damage, which is interesting to me. Like when he's fighting Ace, he's getting hurt, right? He goes to Impel Down, he almost got a game over. Magellan said, "I don't have time for this." He did a. I said, "Oh, if M Bison with a sword and a cigar didn't come with the antidote, you guys were cooked food, right?" He's taking damage against Luffy. He's taking damage and Impel Down. He's bleeding and everything. Like I like the fact that he gets hurt. I know it's a byproduct of his fruit, but like I'm seeing small incremental steps in him. Now he goes to the bottom six. Yo, too many of y'all. Can't take you all. And fight to the death. I'm taking the winner of every cage. He rolls out with niggas who are so vile they were eliminated for history. Pulls up to Marineford. Shido Hige, what's poppin'? What's good? I'm here, dog. What do you say? And he's still not really ready for that smoke. He's too overconfident. He's getting glazed in his chest, choked out. He's like, yo, come on, dad. Like, oh yeah, G, come on. Like, come on. Oh yeah, G, you're not gonna really choke me out, baby. Come on. White Beard. I love that. Like begging for his life, just trying to win by any means, no matter what. Real piracy shit, right? Doesn't even care how he looks. He's just trying to live. They all bust out the Thule. Pap, 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 pap. Boom. Whitebeard's out. Takes his ability. Now it's my era. Like as much as we skipped, we saw so much of that, and I've seen him have to flee, run, not ready to fight him. Sengoku sending him, hitting him with beams, and like this guy takes damage. He's struggling. He's fighting. And I like to call Blackbeard a cage beast unleashed because he was kind of in a way docile for what 44 years or so. I can't remember how old he was by the time he started his his own solo pirate career. But he's also a pirate veteran, and he was on one of the most prestigious ships, so he knows where like the sail, he knows where all the islands are, where the Whitebeard territories are. And as soon as he got the fruit he wanted, he completely bared his fangs at the world. But he still moves a little calculated. Like I think he's done so much little groundwork that if Blackbeard doesn't come full circle and be as awesome as I think he can be, I will be highly disappointed. I truly will be. One thing I'm worried about Luffy's freedom and Blackbeard's Kudozu. Oh, freedom. Oh, I like when he. This is what I look like when I'm totally free. Um, yeah, that's scary. It's scary, man. His ability to completely negate the devil fruit, because it's not like sea stone prism. Sea stone prism will weaken you, but it will not change the property of your body because it's supposed to act like the sea. And we know this from early as Arlong Park, because when Luffy was submerged with his feet in the concrete when Arlong threw him in the pool, they were stretching his head out and doing like CPR on him so he, you know what I'm saying? This stops him from being rubber. Like it's different. It's a different animal so to get altogether. So it should be very fun. I don't know if this is all going to deliver. I hope so. I'm super cautiously optimistic, but I'm hoping for the best, man. Thinking about how easily Whitebeard bodied him, how Blackbeard pulled up to Marineford was so unserious. He That's the thing I like about him too, though. He comes across to me as a real person. Real people, when they have a bunch of success and a lot of strides, let's say strides, and they have they're reaching their goals, you can get a little overconfident, a little cocky, and he gets humbled, you know. But yeah, he pulled up way too overconfident with the showing that he put out against Shido Hige, all things considered. But I like that. That's actually one of my favorite qualities about him is the fact that he's overconfident. Yeah, I think I think one of the most interesting things you can do with villains if you or antagonists if you're smart is you give them a personality defect, despite how powerful they are. But I like when that defect is consistent though. Like I don't like when it's inconsistent. So like the idea that Blackbeard gets really powerful but he loses because he's an arrogant son of a bitch makes perfect sense to me. I like that. That's the ultimate reason why he loses, not because he's stronger or whatever. He's too fucking cocky. Get humbled. So Luffy is just as if not more reckless than Blackbeard. I actually would argue that Luffy's a lot more reckless than Blackbeard. Blackbeard to me isn't. He has moments of overconfidence, but Luffy's hard is hard with Luffy. It's harder for like it's harder for me to like. I want to phrase this. Luffy's an ape. Luffy's brain don't work so good. So like he's a man of action. So when he does stupid things and he charges in head first, the way that I perceive it is a little differently because I don't expect him to be like, these are all the pieces on the chessboard. All right, so if I pull up to Marineford, and Sengoku is here, what we have to do is like he's not doing that. He's not that smart. That's not his forte, you know. So I don't judge him by the same standards that I do with somebody with a working fucking brain. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So yes. One of the videos will include the Void Sentry. I haven't done it yet though, but yes, it will. Luffy, I know for a fact it would be just as unserious as Blackbeard if I was in One Piece. It could be the fact that he just has two devil fruits in general. It could just be one of those things like, yo, I'm different, you know? Who's really messing with me? But yeah. Um that's why with Jack, I'm like, Jack's a fucking stupid idiot. Like Luffy would just go there and attack him. Luffy don't really think like that. But then again, you have to think about like the kind of concept and idea that like maybe you guys don't believe this, but I would argue One Piece is a story that is it kind of rewards you for the immature pursuit of your goal to charge head first towards the outcome that you want and never and be unrelenting and almost uncompromising in that basically get rich or die trying, become pirate king or die trying. No scheming, no running back to paradise and trying to get a Pluton, not trying to get an undead army. It's just charge forward. I have nothing but belief in myself. I'll die on the mission or I'm gonna complete it. And I think Luffy embodies that. That's why even he's like Usopp. I swear to God, if I'll quit being a pirate if you tell me where the One Piece is. I'm not interested in that. That's how I see it though. Basically, every single fight Luffy has had in the series is not a fight Blackbeard would take. Not all, but I could agree with the majority. I think JJ I think JJK kind of does that thing as well. Gojo said sorcerer's growth isn't linear. I think I could agree with that because I mean Blackbeard would have already had a baseline level of strength because we know he scarred Shanks or whatever. Like he's not gonna be afraid of like I don't think like a Arlong or something like some of those people. But I hear you. Hockey is stronger when you have no hesitation. There's that too. Like ultimately, it all ties into hockey, willpower. You know, how much will do you have? How badly do you want it? That's why in a lot of ways I still think Luffy's the most dangerous because Luffy's tenacity and perseverance. I don't think anybody has that level of willpower, honestly. And I think Luffy has some of the craziest feats really early in the story. One that I never forget in my head that I always think of the first time I looked at Luffy, and I'm like, you're actually a fucking monster. Is when he scales the entire mountain in the Drum Kingdom with Nami on his back and Sanji in his mouth, and it's fucking freezing, and he can't drop them. And I'm like, his actual stamina and willpower and tenacity and perseverance is off the fucking charts. This guy's a monster. It's part of the reason that even though I think Oda did a pretty jarring jump in terms of how much damage you see Luffy take, him being able to take the punishment that he takes from like a Katakuri isn't crazy to me because I'm like his vitality is honestly like a limit. It's limit breaking. If if the maximum is 10, he limit breaks to 16. Um, do you think Oda could tweak Zephyr's backstory a little to make him head of sword? I think Zephyr is a perfect character for that. No, he's. I mean, yes, I think he could do that if he really wanted to make him a canon character the way he did Uta. But I think there's enough groundwork of him being the granddaddy of the Marines and stuff like that too. I think there's enough there. Um, but yeah, I think he could force his way in there. But then I think the thing you have to ask yourself is whoever the original leader is, what happens to his role now? Does he become a co-leader, vice leader? Like that starts to shift everything over just a tad. Then he'll have to do a lot of rearranging, and I already think right now he's in this kind of disorganized mode. So I'd rather him not do that. But you know how much I'm a fan of Zephyr, bro. I would love that. I really would. That's my guy. One of my favorite One Piece characters in general. I don't care that he's not canon. He's fucking awesome. He's truly incredible. He's so incredible, man. Another movie villain that I wanted to like a lot more was Gil Tesoro with the celestial dragon kind of tattoo. I think he got branded by one. He lost a girl, and he became like the monster of the new world by having a country or an island or whatever it was, or I think it was a ship maybe, where he just got so much gold and money and military power through through financial gain. I thought he could have done a bit more with him. I think he kind of fizzled out, but I actually thought he had the potential to be pretty damn intriguing. I think it was Gasparde, the flower got Logia from the Dead Adventure movie. I liked him. He could, about why? I feel like if anything, the leader of Sword was Sengoku. Sengoku, eh? That's not crazy. I've heard some people say think it's Kuzan, so that wouldn't be too crazy. So Bakrat was a baddie, and she had a dope ass fruit. The luck thing, right? She was stupid bad. She was dumb bad. Yeah. I remember Luffy got a tummy ache. I remember, and he's associated with good luck. I remember that shit. I'm putting my money on Garp being the leader. I like that. But what is that? What is that? I wonder what that does for him. Do you think Sword is a secret faction in the Marines that like okay? I actually don't even remember if you already know that Sakazuki knows about it. Do we? Do you think it's a secret? Do you guys think it's a secret or like organization in there that these guys started themselves, or did they get the permission of the fleet admiral? So only maybe he knows plus the actual members. Or what are you thinking? I'm not sure that I know that they're My thing is with Garp being the leader is that he isn't subtle or strategic as Sengoku. Oh, that's actually a good point. Garp is like a person who can galvanize troops and lead with his actions and charisma, but he comes across as a reluctant leader. I find that I can usually identify kind of reluctant leaders in stories just because that's a personality trait that I have. Like I would argue that my history of being the captain of many teams, whether it was track, basketball, especially soccer, and some group projects, would prove that I'm a good leader. And I've held one manager position where I would argue that I had a pretty good approval rate, but I never want to. Like I'm never interested in leading anybody. Like I'm not trying to like if we're 20 people on a soccer team, I want to win. Why the fuck do you not want to win? Why do I have to light a fire under your ass? Like we should just have a common goal and we should get it done. I don't even feel the need to have to do that shit because you have to do it with me. You feel me? People think Sakazuki knows about it because he has a sword tattoo on his arm. Okay, that's fair, I guess. They think he knows about it, but doesn't like it, but understands the importance of it, especially now that he's dealing with the Gorosei. I think that sounds like it makes sense to me. Ko, Pig Mama being a member makes me doubt Sakazuki knows. Then again, two years enough to change the opinion of a person, and he got himself some clout now. You know, he's the hero of the Rocky Port incident, and even to the point that even in the movie, when they saw him, they were cheering for him like, "Oh, it's the hero of Rocky Port." So yeah, when you spell Kobe like that, you threw me off for a second. But shout to Pink Mamba, man. I know a lot of you guys are like him. I've never disrespected him. I don't have a problem with him. I've always said that I still think he has boasted the highest growth rate in the series from non-combatant to where he is currently strength wise. Him and Helmeppo, gotta give them credit. Gotta give them credit. They came so far in 2 years, and they were non-combatants. It would be so interested to see Captain Handax Morgan look at his son. Does Helmeppo outrank him now? Technically, that would be such a dope moment. He sees his dad, and he actually looks at his dad and goes like, "You were fucking pathetic. You were a bitch ass nigga for real." And whoo, I kind of want that. It's kind of the same way. Like if there's like one random thing I've always wanted in One Piece, even if it's like a cover story or something, I've always wanted Wiper and Cricket to meet and share a cup, and then like in the background silhouette, it's like Calgara and Norland the Liar reconnecting through their descendants. I've always wanted that scene so fucking badly. Like I thought that would have been so fucking awesome. So yeah. Garp doesn't like having responsibilities. If anything, he's just like Luffy as a marine. I agree with that. He wants to do what he wants when he wants. That's why I think he stopped at Vice Admiral. Give him enough power to do whatever he needs to do. He had enough clout as the hero of the Marines and felt no need to climb higher. He did get. I think he got away. I think Garp fell asleep. I think he cut him and he fell asleep and he got away. I don't remember if they recaptured Captain Ass Morgan, but I think he got away from it correctly. Sakazuki is still very strategic in the same way as Sengoku. I agree with that. I feel that because that's a part of why I prefer doing things alone. Because why do I have to motivate you and lead you to doing your job? That's exactly what I'm saying. Like for coming to get a paycheck, I get it. The paycheck is what you're here for. You don't care about the company or the job. That's fine. But it's like, bro, we're five people on the basketball team. Rebound the fucking ball. Like, why do I need to get in your ass? Because there came a point where I had to become like the multifaceted leader. Because I'm gonna lie to you niggas, I was Jordan and Pippen and Kobe in a sense. We're just like, I'ma just cuss at you. Stop being a bitch. Stop smoking fucking layups. Like I just get mad and I drag, you know? Then later, the older I got, I had to analyze people's personalities. So if you're the guy who, if I pass it to you and you missed the open shot, hey, when I pass you the ball next time, I need you to hit that. I believe in you, all right? All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some guys I could be like, what the fuck are you doing? My fault, my fault. I know, I know, I know. And like I had to like switch it up for everybody. That shit's super annoying to me. I don't want to do that. Just do your job. Because again, no one has to do that for me. It's just annoying. Helmeppo should bring his dad in, or should have said that it's something he's already accomplished. Hmm, okay, I'm into that. Betty the cover series of Cricket's adventures to Skypiea. Oh, he goes on a knockup stream, and that's when he meets Wiper. That'd be so cool, man. Honestly, it's like the number one thing I would want, in some weird way. Different people need to be led in different ways. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. Not to say I'm some type of special snowflake, but whether you actually, I know I like direct. Like even if if you pass me the ball and I'm like way offside, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? I respond to that better than, hey, maybe don't be outside. Like that's bitch shit. Just tell me you're a fucking idiot. Pay attention. Why you offside, bro? So that works for me. But I don't take a lot of shit personally. That's probably why though. I think a lot of people they get yelled at or like you smoke a layup and they take the shit personal. Like, bro, this is business. We need to win the fucking game. Like, I'm not interested in all that. I call the whole Momo's fruit being a defect because of color years ago, man. I didn't call it based on color. I thought the fruit definitely worked, and I think that anyone who's anyone who still thought the fruit was defective after seeing it in action was probably I don't know. You're not reading because it obviously works. I thought it was something stupid like, oh, the horn's not long enough, not enough teeth. It's actually missing two dragon scales or something stupid of the sort. Like I had a feeling the defect would be something very small. So, which means Vegapunk can literally, if he analyzes the lineage factor of a person and a person who ate a Zoan fruit, he can recreate it. So, what that means, I don't know, but it's pretty dope to think about. Luffy is right though. How is this nigga Vegapunk not a moron now? Well, my understanding, because I thought he kept a part of his brain. Maybe I'm sure he has a part of it. My understanding is he split it up. He put it into Vegapunk Accords or whatever the Punk records, and he has like a signal, like a digital signal. I don't know waves, brain waves that allows him to stay connected to the brains as long as he's in like the local area. So he still has access to all of his brain. He's just not it's just not in his literal head and body weighing him down right now because I guess it got too big for him to manage. That's how I took it. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I don't like someone being nice to me when I fuck up because it feels like you're talking down to me. Yeah, it's patronizing and infantilizing. Like, hold me accountable. I'm a fucking grown ass man. I hate that shit. I'm also not a pussy. I only sugarcoat a criticism. I totally see. I'm the exact same way. Like, it's to the point. Sometimes I'm like, yo, just say what you want to say. Like, say it. Like, get it out. Like, stop. Maybe. Perhaps. Let's fucking talk, man. Like, I hate that shit. He put some Dr. Dre shit. Who did the surgery? Law. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I feel like the punk records are gonna get destroyed one way or another, and it's gonna leave Vegapunk brain dead. I think that'd be fucking hilarious. But then again, as long as it's a devil fruit, he actually no, he'd lose access to that, but he'd be able to regain it. But no, yeah. I'm trying to think of actually I would not want that fruit. That's not moving me. I'm not trying to have my head looking that fucking big, bro. The fuck do I look like? That's not moving me. Um, this thing's telling me 4 minutes. The camera's gonna die in 4 minutes, so we got 4 more minutes, and I'm going to bed after this. I'm very tired. But Vegapunk again. Einstein, the tongue, the hair, everything. I feel like the apple is a call to Newton. But I don't dislike him. But I thought this moment would have been a little more significant to me. But we're supposed to learn about the fruits when he's here, so I hope that we learn about them sooner rather than later. That's all I can really say. Clippers win. The brain food is straight up bad unless you can do surgery really quickly. He probably got something similar to the internet in his head so he can access all his knowledge. That's well, it looks like he's like if the punk records or whatever is low key like the internet kind of. And if he could make everyone connect to it no matter where they are and have access to his knowledge and memories and database, it would be something akin to the internet in the One Piece universe, I'd argue. His fruit could kill him. Your body can't support all that weight. What about that headbutt though? He probably got a mean headbutt. Hockey up. Don Chinchao who, bro? Open. Hold on. Who who got the more powerful head? Don Chinchao or Dr. Vegapunk? Oh man. God, need to see that. Need to see them clash heads, bro. Headbutt to headbutt. Who's more powerful? Brand new. All right, Squiddos. You're finna get that snail and add axe Jeeves on it. Will I watch Chain? Nah, I'm not a Chainsaw Man fan. I don't like it. I don't like Chainsaw Man. I'm not a fan. I don't read it. I tried read it. I read about a couple chapters. I read it like not a couple chapters. I read like 16, 14-ish chapters. Wasn't resonating with me. So now I'm good. Like sometimes I feel bad because it's like you guys want me to like engage with a lot of the new stuff, but it's like I feel like sometimes people don't get that like I've been reading manga since I can literally read comics and manga since I can literally read. So I was 4. I've seen a lot of this stuff. A lot of stuff's not novel to me. I find that a lot of the new stuff they be making in Shonen Jump is just very middling at best. Like run of the mill stuff. I'm not really saying about Chainsaw Man necessarily, but I don't even think I'm not even calling it bad what I read. It just doesn't resonate with me. Same thing with JJK. Like I don't call JJK bad honestly. But as soon as you removed every character that I like by killing them, stealing them, or rendering them useless in combat, I lost any minor interest I had. So I just have to doesn't resonate with me. Hikari was kind of the last hope, but I didn't end up liking him a lot. So I'm just like whatever, bro. My hero, I'd probably still like if All Might and Mirio were still like in the forefront, really doing stuff. But I haven't read My Hero in like a couple weeks though. But I'm posted. I'm not Blue Lock. I'll ask you. I'm gonna read. Um, yeah. As far as new things that I like, it would be Mashal. It would be Kaiju number 8, and I like Sakamoto Days. Those are probably the new. I think that's Jump Plus on their little site stuff, but those are the newest 3 like Shonen Jump series that I like. Those are really good. Brain food is not it though. I don't want a perfect memory. My head won't grow. It grows in pop proportion. Yeah. I'm not that. I'm not that. Chainsaw Man ain't bad, but I'm being a world class hater because the normies overhyping it. Fair enough. Fair enough. First, I just watch everything from the best shonen to the worst isekai. If I watch episode 1 to episode 50, unless I forget about it, I feel I used to be able. I used to be a person. No matter how much I like or didn't like something, I'd watch it to the end. And part of that because I like to have valid criticism. But the older I got, the less time that I had, the more important responsibilities I had. I don't have time for that. So it's like I want to read. Like I, it's to the point where I hate people like, oh, you should. Oh, it's not that bad. And it's like, all right, fair enough. But do you think not that bad is a good pitch for someone like me? I'm picky. You guys know I'm very critical. Telling me something's not that bad is the worst possible sales pitch. I want something that's good, great, and or masterpiece. I'm not looking for not that bad or it's okay, it's average. If I find something average on my own time and want to consume that, that's different. Don't recommend me average. I'm not interested. I already have a plethora of things I'm behind on, like my indie games, my comics. Like I got shit to read too. Like I'm good. I don't be pressed. I don't be pressed about manga. I read a lot of shit. I'm calling it mid. Fuck Chainsaw Man. I feel it. Am I caught up on Kaiju? I'm not caught up on Kaiju, Mashal, or Sakamoto Days. I can do that. I can do that tomorrow, actually. A lot of these new manga don't hit the same for me as the older ones, but my taste has changed over the years. Sometimes you'll go something. Yeah, like I've always been someone where I'm like I can let go when it's not for me anymore. Like I don't think this stuff is really directed at me. It's not for my generation. It's not for me, and it's fine. If you guys like it, you enjoy it. It's kind of like what can I, what's something I used to really like and it had like a changing of the well, I don't know. Think of things like TMNT or Scooby Doo. They get reinvented for the next generation. And if the MCU I used to like a lot, and then I think now their priorities and the way that they storytell and market change, and I bowed out of Endgame. It's not for me anymore. NBA is a good example. The NBA that I liked was inside out, low post banging, mid range, the key was packed. Not a lot of threes were chucked like that. You couldn't carry the ball and travel the way that you can today. I know they've tweaked the rule with the zero stepping now, but Allen Iverson used to be controversial because when he used to do his like high like shake, they were like, "Yo, that's a carry." They used to call it a carry sometimes. So I think when Shump said that, you get mad at it, but it's like, it's not my NBA anymore. It's an NBA for a new generation, a new product. I'm okay with that. I can let go and I'll just move on to greener pastures. Same thing with DC and Marvel comics. I don't read that shit anymore. That's just not for me anymore. That's for some snowflake safe space, whatever, super representative LGBT people of color representation nonsense. I don't care about that. I want good storytelling. I don't care if everybody in that bitch is white. Just tell me a good story. When it comes to popular anime manga, I just watch it myself so I can have my own opinion. That's fair. Same way I feel about Young Justice. For years, I prayed for it to come back. After it came back, that's not from anymore. Nah, I don't. It's so crazy because I still only watched like 5 episodes of the fourth. I think of the fourth season. Was it called Phantom Five or Phantoms? And I'm like, I didn't dislike the third season, but it's definitely it was the worst one. I hear you. I hear you, man. It's just the changing of the guard. Things come and go. Things change. So nothing you can really do about that. You just you stick around. You try your best for as long as you can, and then you move on to the greener pastures or something else. But I think the luckiest thing that I did was really get into. I would say 2014 was about really when I really got into indie comics, like especially Image, because Image is my favorite imprint. If you don't know, it's not Marvel, it's not DC. If you ever think about like my favorite like comic book publisher, it's Image Comics. I love them. I love those niggas so much. They have so much talent there and so many good stories there, right? Like part of the reason I could just look at manga and shrug my shoulders is because I have so much shit I could read from webtoons, web comics. I still read nonfiction and fictions, just regular novels, light novels, visual novels, you know, video games, all that stuff. So it's not a big deal to me. Kingdom Hearts was something I had to let go too. I used to be the biggest. I used to be. I honestly never met a bigger Kingdom Hearts fan than me, even to this day. But yeah, Avatar should stay complete. I don't want it to be ruined. Yeah, the more they want to do stuff with Avatar, the more cautiously I become cautious. Like I love Last Airbender. I love Korra. I like the comics that came out so far. Not for Korra necessarily. Turf Wars didn't really move me. The other ones for like Zuko's mom and shit, that was really good. And I actually think the Avatar Kyoshi novel, solid, bro, really good. I was shocked. I didn't think I was gonna like that. The same way I didn't think I was gonna like the Star Wars Ahsoka novel, but that was actually really impressive. What's the matter at all? It's a cultivation version. The only thing I want Avatar to animate is Aang's story and the Zuko mom story. If they animate content that's already there from the comic books and adapt it, that's different. I'm okay with that. But I don't know what these guys are trying to do now. I think they're gonna mess things up. We'll just have to watch and see what happens. But anyways, I appreciate you guys joining me this late. I am gonna head to bed and I didn't eat. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Probably do a small stream tomorrow with Glam. We'll talk about some comic book stuff and the current state of comics and like Marvel, DC. Talk about some of the stuff that's been going on with that. Some stuff that we've been reading and looking forward to. So we're gonna do that. But all right, y'all be safe. Oda, this chapter was very whatever. I'm starting to become so indifferent with One Piece these days. It's really weird. I don't like it. I don't feel like myself. Bye.